Hi guys, yeah, if you can see at the back, this is a new properties, and basically what I do every day, so I look into, I survey properties, I look into the area and see if to get more information about the properties and surrounding, especially in Klang Valley. Well, I just want to take this opportunity to answer the question that one of you asked me about, is that why would the foreigners to invest in properties in Malaysia? Well, my answer to the question is that it's down to the price, because if you compare the prices in the property prices in Malaysia to compare with the other country, for example Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, it is much cheaper. In fact, the properties prices in in I think in Southeast Asia and or maybe Asia Pacific, Malaysia is one of the cheapest property in the region. Well, if you compare with the apartment in Singapore, it will cost you like 1 million Sing dollar. That would cost like 3 million for the 1,000 square feet of the apartment. And in Malaysia, why we still find very expensive properties, because I think my take is that down to the income. The income, our income, the majority of the Malaysian income is actually less than 5,000, believe it or not. Only a small fraction that's actually earned more than 10,000 per month. And that's the reason why we find it the property in Malaysia is very expensive. And developers, they actually they try to develop the new properties that actually can capture the market segment. For example, they will launch property within the range of 300 to 500k, and that's the reason why the foreigners, they will tend to invest in Malaysia as to compare with the other countries. And some of you in even Malaysia, they start to invest in the countries that's relatively cheaper. For example, in Thai and in Vietnam, these countries, we as a Malaysian, because we have a stronger currency, and we can still invest in those properties. Well, for developed countries, Hong Kong, Singapore, they will do the same, where they will try to invest in the countries that is relatively cheaper. And then why would the investors Malaysian to invest in the property, in foreign properties, develop one? Some of them they can afford it. It's because they will send their children to study for example in Australia. After a few years, they will, once their children graduate, they will sell the property and then the cash back. So literally their education in the foreign country is actually free. So some of them they buy property in the overseas country is just for the investment, so that when after a few years they appreciate and then they cash out and that's it. All right, that's it for me. Then